Well, hello everyone. Um, just putting out this video just to maybe enlighten some people out there that didn't know, or like me didn't know. Maybe there's a lot of people that did know. But if I can maybe help even one person not go to ICU and spend a couple of days in the hospital and could have really killed myself with eating black licorice. And this stuff is really, really good. I love black licorice, but I think my days of eating black licorice are over. So, about 3 or 4 days ago, 5 days ago, uh, I got I had another bag of this. And of course, I can't just, eat one piece. So I started eating it, and the first day, I kind of feel a little bit off. You can pretty much tell. I think most people can tell when their body's telling them, hey, something ain't right. Now, I do have congestive heart failure. I have diabetes. I shouldn't even be eating this because of that. Um, do a lot of things wrong. That's just my way I am sometimes. I like to push the envelope and be stupid. Now, if I would have been my old self, maybe, a few years back, 20 years ago, I just I had to really, you have to know or watch the channel or look at some old videos or whatever. But I spent 3 months in ICU 6 years ago with pneumonia, and died 5 or 6 times in there, and they kept me alive. Um, but I never really had much problems with anything. But I was always, and if I didn't have my wife, that made me go as I'm smoking cigarette after cigarette and can barely breathe. You need to go to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital. If I wouldn't have been with her, I'm sure I would have died 6 years ago. So she made me go, and I spent 2 years in ICU and a month in a private room in the private hospital here in Surin. And in case anybody else is watching this and is worried about the healthcare here in Thailand, it's freaking awesome. I can't say enough about it. I got better care here than I could have gotten in the United States. So, but that's my opinion anyway. So I was stubborn. Now, if I feel something and I start to get worried about it, I just walked in the living room this time after I figured it out and went to Google and said, something's wrong. I think my potassium is bottoming out because I knew it wasn't. It wasn't. I hadn't eaten too much sodium and had any problems with the buildup of the fluid like I've had in the past, and breathing. I had shortness of breath, and it started to get worse. And I had stopped eating the licorice because that's the only thing that I had changed in that 2 or 3 day period. And went to Google and said, "Can it do it?" And we'll read it here. I'll read it to you here in a minute, or give you the little synopsis of what it said was. And I walked into the living room a couple of nights ago and said, "You need to take me to the hospital." So she took me. They admitted me pretty much immediately to ICU. Spent a day in ICU, and then moved to a private room. Spent a day there. My blood pressure, the highest that it went to 205 over 112. I've never had blood pressure like that in my life. When I left, I think it was 136 over 80 or something like that, back down to fairly normal. But yeah, it was high, high, high. When I first got there, when they took it, I think it was 195 over 95 or something like that. So my doctor is the best. My heart doctor here in Surin has saved me quite a few times, including this time. And but if I would have been stubborn, I just scolded a friend of mine in Pattaya about not going to the doctor. But now, like I said, if it would have been 10 years ago, I probably would have died from this. But I'm not. I gotten older, going to be 70 this year, and I decided. I decided a few years back, when I don't feel right, get your ass to to the hospital. And I think the whole thing, 1 day in intensive care, 1 day in a private room, was 16,000 baht. So what is that? 400 or 500? I don't know. I'll put it somewhere up here after I get done with the video. And then they won't pay all of it. I have insurance through my wife. She works for the government, and they'll probably pay 60%. Usually they pay 80, 85%, but they're not going to pay for a private room, and ICU is a little bit more, and blah, blah, blah. They have rates, but so I'll get over half that back. So it'll cost me for that time half of whatever I put up here. Anyway, so I will go to Google. I will go to Google. I'll put on a pair of glasses and give you a little short rundown. Let's see. So it says, because I put in blood pressure here. The single most, let's see, critical, stop eating immediately. Let's see. A blood pressure reading of 185/95 constitutes hypertensive crisis. At this dangerous level, you must not attempt to treat with any kind of home remedies or anything like that, or asking Google AI. Seek immediate medical attention. Call the emergency services or have someone drive you to the hospital. And my potassium level was critical, is what they said there. And they gave me, I don't know if you ever had to take potassium, but it's nasty tasting. And I took 3 shots of that over about a 6 or 7 hour period to get it to where it should have been normal. Call emergency service, call 911 or your local emergency number immediately. Sit and rest while waiting for medical attention. Do not eat or drink anything. Prepare your information. Blah 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 blah. You get the gist of it. Are you currently? It's asking me. It doesn't want to. They don't want to screw with you and say. So you can say, oh, I went to Google and they told me to just don't worry about it. So it was the basic gist of was that get your ass to the hospital. You got a serious problem. So when I got there, like I said, they immediately admitted me and took me in, and then my doctor came and I got out. I got out yesterday. Feel great today. Can breathe. Everything's perfect. Blood pressure's normal. Of course, I haven't eaten 100 ounces of black licorice, but I just wanted to put this out. So in case somebody here, I think it said here too that let's see, it's the traditionally black licorice activate sweetening compound, and the what's in the root, the licorice root, is what can lower it. Abnormal heartbeat, which I had and I have anyway, a spike in blood pressure, muscle weakness and cramps, edema, which is excessive fluids, which was what I was getting. 2 ounces of black licorice a day, or 2 licorice a day for 2 weeks can cause irregular arrhythmia. It says for individuals age 40 and older, and those with pre-existing heart, which I have, and kidney conditions. The good news is if you stop eating it, it'll go away. But yeah, so could I keep this and eat 1 or 2 pieces? Yeah, but I just don't even want to. Now I've got a bad taste in my mouth, and I love black licorice, and this licorice is freaking awesome. So anyway, like I said, I just wanted to put this out for anybody out there. Usually the people that watch my channel are in my age group, 60 to 75, and just take it take it anyway. Some people might know, some people might not. So like I said, if I get to even one person and stop them from having to go to ICU, that's a beautiful thing. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you on the next video. only because I went to the hospital and I didn't die. Thanks a lot for watching.